Hello everyone, my name is Matthew Harrison. I'm a college student from Massachusetts and a lover of wine, ale, and Scotch. That's right, this is my first Scotch review. I'm very excited about this. Not only excited about reviewing Scotch, but excited about this particular kind of Scotch because this is the Scotch that really turned me on to Scotch. It's the best Scotch I've had to date, and it opened up a very exciting world to me. So, a little bit of a background. Scotch is any kind of whiskey made in Scotland. In the UK, whiskey generally refers to Scotch. There's no need to say Scotch. And that's whiskey without an E, by the way. So, W-H-I-S-K-Y. And the reason for that is whiskey used to be only from the UK. Then we started making it in the United States. And in the 1800s, there was a lot of Scotch whiskies flooding the market, and American distillers thought that their product was superior to their product, and so they added the E in whiskey to differentiate the two products. So, we're going to talk about Scotch, not any other kind of whiskey. I'm not really into American whiskeys or bourbons or even Irish whiskeys. It's pretty much just Scotch for me. Scotland has several Scotch producing regions. There's the Lowlands, the Highlands, the Islay or the Island regions, and the Speyside region. This Scotch is from the Speyside region. Two of the most famous Scotches from there that I'm sure everyone has heard about are Glenlivet and Glenfiddich. Those are both Speyside Scotches. Scotch is made from distilled and, malted and then distilled barley. By law, it has to be in oak barrels in Scotland for a minimum of 3 years and 1 day. It has to be less than 94.8% alcohol, and it has to be bottled at no less than 40% alcohol. Nothing can be added to it except other grains and caramel coloring, and it's typically the less expensive, cheaper Scotches which use caramel coloring. Scotch can be a single malt, blended malt, vatted malt, a blend, a few other strange things. I'm mostly interested in single malt, which is one product of barley, one distillery, one malting. It's not blended together from different types of whiskeys. Something like certain kinds of Johnny Walker or Jack Daniels, those are blends. What they do is they take different whiskeys from different distilleries, different producers, and their master blenders blend it all together to give you a sort of taste that you've come to expect from their brand and from their label. Whereas single malt is a lot more like wine, because you have one batch, one malting. From year to year and from bottle to bottle, it can vary greatly in the taste, and so there's a lot of exciting opportunities there to try different sorts of single malts. However, it's a lot stronger, more harsher of a taste. A lot of people start with blends, then move their way into single malts. I dove right into the single malts. I like to go all the way. Let's see, what else do I have to say about this? I guess that's enough of an introduction for Scotch, so we'll get right into this particular kind. This is the Balvenie Doublewood, and the reason it's called Doublewood is because, let's show you here, it's aged in two different kinds of barrels. It's aged, oh here we go, get the name, Balvenie Doublewood, aged 12 years. It's first aged in whiskey oak for, I think it's a good 11 years and a few months in the whiskey oak. And then it's aged in sherry oak for the remainder of the months. And what that does is the regular oak, the whiskey oak, those are made from, already been used, usually for American bourbon whiskey barrels. And that gives it a very vanilla-like flavor to it, very oaky, nice, nutty, vanilla-like flavor. And then the sherry casks, which previously held sherry, of course, give it a very sort of fruity flavor to it. You know, compared to 11 years in the whiskey oak to just a few months in the sherry oak, it's basically just like a quick dip in the water in the sherry, and that gives it just a little bit of complex flavor, a little bit of interesting flavor here. So, I'm a sucker for the labeling on this whiskey. I'm a sucker for this bottle design. It looks like something I could have bought in 1860, and I love that classic look. Looking at the color on this, you can see it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's a very beautiful honey-like color. That'd be exactly how I describe this. This one is 43% alcohol, which is pretty typical.